So with Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out soon, there's been a lot of buzz about all the villains that are going to be in there, like, obviously Mr. Negative and all that, and it's now been teased that the character of Ned Leeds may become the Hobgoblin. I don't think I like the actor, but Ned Leeds, Ned Leeds himself was never the Hobgoblin. He was a patsy. So that's why what we're going to be doing this video today is talk about the one Spider-Man villain who needs to be in a Spider-Man villain. The one villain who has been one of the big league Spider-Man villains, but hasn't gotten a movie himself. Like, they've teased it a few times, but it's never come to fruition, and that is the Hobgoblin. And when I say Hobgoblin, I mean Roderick Kingsley. Or, if you're nasty, you could also have Jason Macendale. Or have one of the two. Or you could just do the animated show and have it be Jason Macendale with Roderick Kingsley's origin. That's what they did in the 90s cartoon. But the point being is that I think it's high time we have the Hobgoblin be the main villain in a Spider-Man movie. Multitude of reasons why I think it's fine. It should be Hobgoblin's time to be a Spider-Man and villain in a movie, like the main villain. One, he's a fascinating character. He also has he's a fascinating character in that he's not like your typical Goblin character. You know, with Green Goblin, he's all like, I just want to wreck Spider-Man's life. Fuck you, Peter. But Hobgoblin's just like, I don't care about Spider-Man. Fuck him. He just gets in my way. I want to make more money and be a douchebag. That's what I think a lot of people forget about Hobgoblin, is that he's just a adrenaline junkie who wants more money. Roderick Kingsley is just an adrenaline junkie billionaire who wants to make more money and also just fuck with people. He doesn't care about Spider-Man. I mean, obviously they're going to have to, like in every MCU, like every Spider-Man movie, they're going to have to intrinsically tie Spider-Man to the main villain. I don't think you need to do that with Hobgoblin, because that was his thing in the comics, was that Hobgoblin was basically he was another goblin character, yes, but at the same time, Hobgoblin was basically like of the mindset of, I don't care about Spider-Man. If he gets in my way, cool. Like, the closest we got to that was like with Vulture, but even then at the end it changed. So with Hobgoblin, you could have it still, because it does look like we're going to have like a gang war kind of situation with Mr. Negative. But here you could have it be like, after this movie, Hobgoblin, Kingsley or Macendale, you could just have Hobgoblin fly on in and be like, well, Kingpin's now the mayor, Mr. Negative's out, this all belongs to the Hobgoblin now. Because the Hobgoblin wants to be a crime, he wants at his core to be a crime boss. That's all he's ever wanted, was to be a fucking crime boss. Yeah. I think that's kind of the big case, is that he's not interested. Like, the other thing is, too, he's got such a striking design, and he's the one Spider-Man villain who like, among the Spider-Man's rogues gallery that we know of, that, like, when I talk about, like, popular Spider-Man villains, everyone knows, like, everyone can point to him and go, oh, that's the Hobgoblin. Like, most people, because, again, he's that last villain who hasn't made, like, a major appearance. Scorpion was another one of those major Spider-Man villains who everyone knew of. And now Hobgoblin's just kind of, like, sitting out there being, what about me? I think also the other thing is that if they do a Hobgoblin design for the MCU, they have to give him the costume. They have to give him the hood, the suit. They have to give him, like, the like a new glider. You can even have that, like, Kingsley, during No Way Home, Kingsley discovered the Goblin mask in the Fallout and just, like, retrofitted it to his head, like spray painted it orange. He put out a new, like, orange bodysuit. Yeah, just again, you could apply this to Jason Macendale, but I'm just going with Kingsley because that's the original Hobgoblin. So have it be that, like, Kingsley found it, and like, Roderick Kingsley found the Goblin helmet after it got broken, put it back together, and put it as, like, And I'm not saying like, oh, the goblin helmet like tempted him, like the spirit of the Green Goblin like whispered in his head or something. That'd be so fucking stupid. No, he's just like, this is kind of cool. I am the Hobgoblin now. So I think that would be kind of cool as a callback to No Way Home. I think the other thing is like he maybe you could even have that like he found like a stash of the Green Goblin stuff here because it was said that Norman left shit behind. So have it be that Kingsley discovered it or saw the Hobgoblin. I mean, excuse me, the Green Goblin. You could have him on the street where during No Way Home where Peter and Octavius were fighting and then Norman showed up. So you could easily have that like he saw the Green Goblin and was like, huh, idea. And Kingsley could just retrofit it, like take the Goblin design and make it his own thing, and then boom, you have the Hobgoblin. Other thing, you could easily have him just do another crime boss story where, and again, those are everyone just wants more Spider-Man street level stories. That's why everyone's so excited for Brand New Day. Just don't be a multiverse story. Have it be the Green Goblin is here to take over shit. And you could have other characters. Hell, if you want to have another minor villain, you could have Kingsley be the Hobgoblin, and and Mackendale be who he originally was, the Jack-o'-lantern. Like the Jack-o'-lantern's like a mercenary who works for Hobgoblin, which was the case of the comics, where Mackendale did put on the Jack-o'-lantern persona just to keep heat off of Kingsley. So have him be that, like, yeah, Mackendale works for Kingsley and does pro bono shit because he keeps paying him, and also keeps Spider-Man off the Hobgoblin's back. Yeah, if you want to go one step further, you want to go another step, have it be a gang war situation where the Hobgoblin's at war with the Magia. That way, you want to have more shit, you can have Silvermane in the story, and on top of that, you could do a story where, you know, Silvermane is trying to stay alive and keep the Magia together, and in order to do that, he's getting, like, advanced cybernetic parts put in him by Alistair Smythe. I'm giving you all the ideas here, Marvel. Like, come on. So, yeah, you just have it be a gang war between the Hobgoblin and Silvermane. That way you can, and also have Smythe in the background, maybe even build a Spider Slayer or two. Yeah, I want to see Spider Slayers. Like, I really want to see at least a Spider Slayer in a movie. Hell, you could even have Hammerhead as Silvermane's right-hand man, like in the comics. Yeah. All in all, I'm giving out all the good ideas, but you guys tell me in the comments below, do you guys want Hobgoblin in your, in the MCU? Do you want to see Hobgoblin as an MCU Spider-Man villain? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.